All right, so I told y'all yesterday about leaps, but before I show you how I use them to actually make money, you guys need to actually understand what a leaps option is. And I promise you guys, it's not as complicated as people make it sound. So let's say, for example, that we have a stock, it's called the ABC stock, trading at $100, right? When you buy one share for $100, you actually own that share. Simple. But an option works a little bit different, right? So a call option is basically a contract. And it's basically a contract saying, I want the right to buy this stock at an agreed upon price before a certain expiration date, right? So you don't actually own the stock, you own the contract. And that one options contract normally represents 100 shares, which is pretty cool. Now, let's say that the stock is at $100, right? But my contract gives me the right to buy it for $70. That $70 number has a name. That's called your strike price. You just learned another options term. Now, look at the difference. The stock is at $100. My strike price is way down here at $70. So that's what most people mean when they say that the option is deep in the money. It's not some crazy Wall Street phrase. My contract already lets me buy the stock way below what it's currently worth. That means that it's deep in the money. Right now, we add one more thing to this contract: time, right? What if this contract doesn't expire next week or next month, but maybe like in a year or two from now, right? Now we're talking about a leaps option. So in this scenario, this leaps option for the ABC stock that we're doing here, the imaginary ABC stock, this gives me the option to buy this stock at $70 for the next 2 years, even though it's at $100 right now, right? Now, this is the part that I need you to understand before we get to part 3. Our stock, again, is at $100, and our contract says we could buy it at $70. Now, just imagine that stock eventually goes up to $130, right? My contract still says that I have the right to buy it at $70. So that's why the contract itself can actually increase in value. It doesn't necessarily need that I need to exercise it to buy the shares. I can actually use the option themselves. They can be bought and sold. So now you know that a stock has ownership, a call is a contract, and the strike is the agreed upon price. You also know that deep in the money means my strike is well below the current stock price, and a leaps is an option with a long time until expiration. Very simple. So now you can actually understand what I bought. So part 3 tomorrow is where it gets actually pretty fun, because I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can take a leaps option just like this and potentially get paid while you're still holding on to it. That's called the poor man's covered call. All right, so follow me to see part 3, and we'll go over that tomorrow.